I'm Jason McDonald. I'm the Digital Product Director at Deseret Book. My day-to-day job is to oversee the development and distribution of all of the digital products offered by Deseret Book. So all the things that Deseret Book sells that you can't touch. Ebooks, our e-reader app, other apps, and digital music in particular. Together, my role is also to work with the executive team at Deseret Book to make sure that they're comfortable with where the app is going. They have a pretty heavy interest in making sure that the digital division is successful. It's kind of the future of publishing in a lot of ways. And so I spend a lot of time with our executive team or members of the executive team to get their input and feedback on how they want to see things happen. And after that, my role is to kind of work with the other team members and keep things running smoothly and kind of true to that core vision that we've all adopted. Even if people aren't right in what they want, you have to understand what they want in order to really help them the most. People sometimes act in their own self-interest, sometimes they don't. But understanding the audience, understanding their needs, their background, their expectations is critical to designing products that help them. And often you'll find that what they think they want will not be very helpful at all. But it's still critical to understand so you know where they're starting from. And then if you want to help them change or progress, it's not just important. You can't just understand the end of the road, but you need to understand where they're at now. Otherwise, you can't draw an accurate map to get from A to B. The program at BYU prepared me in a lot of really important ways, not just for what I was doing at the time, but what I've done since. The focus on education at BYU when I was an employee there was very, very helpful. But what I've taken since, the broad long-term design skills, being able to understand a problem, be able to name it and give it a shape and some boundaries is a very important problem that I've had to address in every other position I've been in. After BYU, I went and worked for the LDS Church, and now I'm here at Deseret Book. Constant definition and shaping of problems, constant need to analyze the situation, analyze options, understand how the different resources available can be brought to bear on providing a solution that really helps people. And even though I'm not working in a formal educational setting now, both in my work at the LDS Church and here, I'm deeply involved in education still because we're trying to help people get the most out of good materials, which is lifelong education. It's not tied to a degree necessarily, but I have a very deep and abiding interest in helping people understand LDS content, use it to shape their lives, to anything from changing patterns of behavior they're not comfortable with or happy with, all the way to just living a more productive and more spirit-filled life day to day, which is very tied to the educational process. The theories and the knowledge from the classes and the papers you'll write are important and critical, but they need to be married with that real-world experience. Otherwise, I personally believe that you'll never really understand it to the depth that you could.